All right, guys. Welcome to HUDcast. Today we're gonna. I just took the name and rolled with it. All right, so today we're gonna be talking about. Hey, listen, guys. This is important stuff. This is the future of Nintendo. All right.
Boy.
So today we're talking about
it's the end of Nintendo.
The NX, otherwise known as the NS, otherwise known as the Nintendo Switch, which has been recently announced in the past few weeks, and it's insanely exciting. I can't wait.
And already expected to fail.
Is it really?
It is. People, if I've heard that there's been like stocks being pulled out, and the sales projections are like unbelievably low. I'll have to pull them up, but it's insane.
Yeah, I mean Nintendo stock recently just is not that good. I mean it's gone up, but
yeah. When you look at the Nintendo Switch, it literally just looks like a Wii U with the ends removable off the gamepad.
Well, no, I mean, but if you look at the trailer, like it very obviously shows that it's different from the Wii U. On like first glance, sure, but like anybody that's seen, and I mean, it's the most watched video on Nintendo's YouTube channel, obviously.
For good reason too.
So,
have you seen it?
Yeah. So, anyways, for people that have no idea what we're talking about, the Nintendo Switch is Nintendo's brand new console. It's a home console and portable hybrid. There's a dock you can plug into, and there's two controllers on the sides, and it's this crazy, complicated thing. But it looks awesome. And you can play any game you want, any game on it, on the go, as well as at home. They released a trailer, and that's all they've released so far. Until January 1st, there's going to be a big presentation. So I'm going to have to ask you guys, what are your predictions for that? But we'll hold off on that later.
Months?
We're going to talk about, it's going to be a while. Nintendo said that they're not going to be talking about the console until January 1st.
Going to be quieter.
They're doing a presentation at I think like a huge anime convention in Japan, like the world's biggest anime convention. It's going to be nuts. But anyways,
it is pretty crazy.
So yeah, we've got a long wait, but not really that long when you think about it. I mean, for the release of a console, from announcement to launch is like really short.
Yeah, it's the final release is March, I believe. Isn't
March,
it?
yeah,
it's in March.
And I think it's going to be actually March 10th because that's Mario Day.
Did they ever say whether the version of
March 10th.
The version of Skyrim that they were showing in the trailer, was that like the new edition that was just released, or was that?
See, we're not really sure if that is the special edition or not. I would hope it's the special edition, because if not, then we're literally just getting a port of a 5-year-old game, which isn't as impressive.
2011. That's way too long for any of us to be impressed.
I'm excited for Skyrim because Skyrim's one of my favorite games, but like
being able to play Skyrim on the toilet would be pretty cool, dude.
I agree.
The fact that they're adding third-party support, like to just begin with, like even though it's a 5-year-old game, it's at least like a little bit better of a start.
Maybe like a statement.
Dude,
and
the two things
if you take a look at when the Wii U was announced, their third-party support, it just wasn't that great. This is like almost double the development.
The two companies I'm excited for, I know Brendan's excited for this one, Chunsoft,
which means that we could be seeing Danganronpa on the Switch. But
it makes sense, though, because Danganronpa is primarily a touchscreen game.
You're right, but you know what? I actually researched this a little bit, and I also make Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, so that's not confirmed. It's not confirmed.
You know what we don't need a Mario
I didn't know that. See,
and my other one that I'm excited for is From Software.
From Software.
Are you serious?
Huge.
From Software is going to be.
See Dark
Bethesda's also,
2
of course, on
the
there.
Switch.
Yeah.
I don't know if I buy that, because Nintendo's always been about they've family friendly and not quite challenging. I mean Mario Maker, but they've never really catered towards the hardcore crowd like Microsoft and Sony. So whether they develop something similar or not, I doubt it's going to have the same reputation.
I think
as Dark
they are
Souls.
Now, though, because
they realize
with
that
the introduction of Skyrim and the fact that the trailer only had adults in their 20s in the trailer,
it was
I think
aimed
they're
towards
going
us.
for that. I think they're aiming towards our generation pretty much.
Yeah,
it's because they realize we play the most video games.
Of course, they're still gonna be like the titles are still gonna be for the whole family and stuff like that. But I honestly think that we could see more
mature
games.
Probably not a Souls, because the director said that he was done with the Soul series at this point. But there was there was new ones in.
Dude, can we have a Bloodborne 2?
Sure.
I love Bloodborne.
Sakurai also said that Brawl was his last Smash game. So
it's not gonna be. Can you imagine just the trailer, like when they showed those 4 people sitting in a courtyard, using it? That's perfect setting for a Brawl game.
All right. Well, that's a different thing altogether. But actually, the thing that I'm really concerned about with the NX is battery life. Battery life is going to be so crucial to this thing. People are predicting 3 to 4 hours. I think 4 hours is like reaching. I think that 4 hours is going to be a lot.
Even so, that's hardly.
I'd be impressed if this thing clocks 3.5 hours of battery life.
If they could probably get away with it if they reduced the performance in the mobile, which I heard that the touchscreen, the gamepad, the specs are going to be much lower than the actual system.
So the screen itself on the handheld is 720p. But when you plug it into the dock, it's going to upscale to 1080p. And a lot of people are predicting that there's going to be some other graphical upgrades, but I think it's been confirmed by Nintendo's president that the dock only upscales the resolution and doesn't add any extra graphical
And
power.
Also, to go along with that, to go along with that, like, think about it. If you're like a developer, what you're gonna want is something like easy. You're not gonna want to
have to develop a game for two different.
You're pretty much making two different games because you're gonna have like one significantly downscaled, and then you're gonna plug it in and have like a completely different game that's gonna be upscaled now.
And that means that opens it up for oh, this is a dock only game. You can't play it and that's just a huge They don't want to go down that road. They don't want to go down that road. Because it would defeat the whole purpose of the console, to be honest.
I wonder if they would make a mistake like hiring developers for mobile games to make games for the Switch.
No, I doubt it.
Like their 3DS people.
That's the thing though, is that now instead of focusing on the 3DS and a home console, now it's combined, so we can have. There are going to be 3DS developers developing for this thing.
I feel like honestly,
but they're not going to be developing 3DS games, though. I mean, these are developers that know what they're doing.
But can they handle that upgrade?
I think they can.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
I believe in it.
I'm sure like Game Freak could pull something out with the Pokemon.
And actually, Pokemon is confirmed.
They're making one.
Oh, it better be.
That's the thing though, is because we need to get ourselves ready because the next Pokemon generation is going to be on this thing, like whether we like it or not.
Yeah. Well,
so
until we get the third iteration of.
So yeah, I mean,
what if we don't like the next Pokemon generation? I mean, that is possible.
It happens every single time.
It's always a personal preference, but
that happens every single time with Pokemon. There's people who are like, I hate this. I want the original one. What was it? 52, something like that.
150.
Oh, 150.
No, it's 152.
152. Yeah, well, sure. Yeah.
So there's all those people who are like, that's the only Pokemon that really matter, and maybe the next generation after that.
You can't fix that.
You can't fix
Gen
purists, is the thing.
Yeah,
so there's always going to be new.
We call them Gen 1ers. They're not elite enough to be called purists.
So another rumor that actually has been semi-confirmed by the president of Nintendo, but Peripherals are confirmed, at least in part, for this thing, which means that we could see the detachable controllers. Possibly we could have multiple controllers to switch out. Like, hear me out, like how cool would it be, like for Smash, unhook those JoyCons and slap in a couple of GameCube controller JoyCons so that you're basically, I mean, that's where people are going with this.
Really?
For a second I thought you meant like
VR.
No, like switching controllers as in like Psycho Mantis Battle from Metal Gear Solid.
Never played that.
That would be really cool.
You know what? Let's get Kojima and Nintendo together. I can see it.
Dude.
I would love that. I mean, that'd be my dream.
God.
But it's probably not going to happen.
Well,
you know what might happen, though, is that I know Square has been very buddy-buddy with Nintendo recently with Cloud and Smash and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they've always been buddy-buddy.
Not recently. Not recently at all. That's actually just now starting to kind of develop a new kind of relationship with Nintendo. But we could possibly see... that Final Fantasy VII remake. We could see that come to the NX.
By that
I don't know
same
about
logic,
Final Fantasy 15, but
by that same logic, we had Solid Snake in which one was it? Was it Brawl?
Brawl, yeah.
Yeah. So Konami is okay. Well,
listen, Konami. We could talk about that forever.
Kojima was still with them back then.
That was back before the great schism.
But anyways, on the controllers, I don't think they're going to launch with that. It's going to be like down the line because one of the big problems when they had the Wii U was everyone was confused. So there's no way they're going to have like, oh hey, you can put all this different
Exactly.
things on.
Yeah.
And like also that's the thing about like different colors. Like everyone was drawing up different things that like Mario or like Zelda, different like skins, which like would be cool. But I don't know if they're gonna launch with that simply because the fact that I want that. I think they're gonna go as straightforward as possible because the fact that when the Wii U came out, they really messed it up.
But they don't want to make it.
I completely agree with you guys.
They don't want to make it super straightforward to the point of you understand it in like 5 seconds and are super bored of it.
No, but I mean like the whole controllers, like they need to make sure that there's not like 10 of them right when it comes out because
that's a good point.
People are going to be like, wait, what is this? How does this
what do
work?
I have to get? Do I have to get these extra controllers? Like, this is something down the line. And also, peripherals doesn't even necessarily mean extra controllers. I mean, we saw in the trailer that mount for the car that just clips on the headrest. That's a peripheral, too. So this could mean anything. But this is just speculation at this point of different JoyCons. But I think it's very likely.
Dude, being able to hook on the back of a headrest for your car, dude, like, that's super cool.
I mean, it's pretty cool.
It's a road trip thing.
Let's just hope it locks in so it doesn't slide out.
Like honestly, that looks like crap. But I mean, like it doesn't look
like
awful, but it looks like just a block with some handles on it.
I'm concerned about the comfort level. Have the play testers actually just signed off on this and said, "Yes, this is comfortable. I can do this for hours and hours."
I mean, think about it. Like, it's not really that bad.
What is that?
It's like playing a 3DS. It's about as wide as a 3DS is.
Oh,
so
it's really about as wide as a 3DS?
It looks weird because it's like a square, but it's not. Okay, we're talking about the Joy-Con grip that's going to come with the system.
Image up.
We'll put an image up, but the Joy-Con grip that makes it look like a sad puppy dog with wonky eyes.
Yeah, I mean, I saw like in the trailer they showed some things like side shots, and it doesn't look like
no. I mean, actually, behind it looks really 2D, but behind there, it's like pretty robust grips.
Yeah, it doesn't look uncomfortable by any means.
Wait,
also the Pro controller looks really cool.
Yeah.
Isn't that the Pro controller? Right?
Yeah, the Pro controller actually, and I heard from somebody. I don't know if it was like a game developer or somebody who has an inside, but he said that holding the Switch Pro controller was actually the most comfortable controller he's ever held.
Really?
I don't know who this guy is, but apparently
right
he said,
that
controller right there.
It's very simple.
It's very simple, and apparently it's very comfortable to hold as well. Even better, this guy said, than PS4.
But can it play?
Xbox.
No, the Xbox.
I don't know who this guy is,
amazing.
but I mean,
but can it play on the tablet by itself? Like, do you have to play with it at home?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it connects to the tablet. You can
set
set the tablet in front of you
Wait.
and use the Pro controller.
Then can you just take the Joy-Cons off the side or whatever they're called?
Yeah, you can. You can set it up on a table, take the Joy-Cons off, and play it like a Wii remote and a nunchuck.
That is.
No, I'm saying, do you have to bring the Joy-Con sides to, like, into public if you have that controller?
Probably.
I guess you don't necessarily have to.
You won't
really the grips are for it.
I don't know. I mean,
it seems
I would just want to have the system. I'd be afraid I'd lose the Joy-Cons if I had them off because they're small, you know.
I probably wouldn't.
I'd be afraid of losing the DS-sized games, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
But the whole like idea.
Do you know how many DS games I've lost? Like I've lost like 8, dude.
I lost the whole bag of DS games just the other. Never mind. It's not important.
The whole idea is
salty about it.
The whole idea is supposed to be.
Wait, you
like,
lost a
you
bag
can
of
use any
DS
controller though.
Oh
yeah, but the whole idea is like you can use any controller. So like even you take those off, you don't even have to use the sides, or you can use one side and play like NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Use like one side per person, which is kind of cool. But also
NBA on a Nintendo.
I mean, if you're if it's portable, that might play it. Yeah, I mean, you could take it somewhere.
Sports games will be the
death. All right. What do you guys think the price is going to be for this thing? Because that's
between $300 and $400.
They need to lower it. In my opinion, if they're what I got out of it was that it was going to be accessible and a very social thing. So we saw people with multiple Nintendo Switch systems playing together. So I'd imagine that they're imagining a bunch of people buy it and it becomes a social. So it's going to be somewhere between a portable and a console, in my opinion. So I'm thinking like I would shell out maybe $250 for it. Maybe $300.
I think $250.
I'm thinking
that's great.
It would,
I don't think
in a world.
I think the price of this. I think it's going to be $299.
Maybe in like a.
I think it's going to be $300, and I think the Pro controllers and stuff like that are probably going to be $50.
If it's anything over $300, we're going to have a problem. Like that's a little pricey.
Oh, no,
but I can't. What the scary thing is, I can see it. I can see it being over $300.
I can see it through $350 probably because I mean you're adding a lot of other stuff, and it's also like I mean the Wii U was at $300, and this is pretty big upgrade from that. Like there's a lot of different stuff that's just newer technology, which is just going to cost, a good amount.
You have to. Let's just think about it this way.
You have to make up
like,
for
people,
that.
People are kind of complaining about like, oh, what if it's not as powerful as I want it to be? Like, think about how good the Wii U looks. This thing is definitely more powerful than the Wii U.
Yeah,
and you can play it wherever you go.
I feel like there might be 2 different versions actually. Like one that's bare bones version, like just the JoyCons, and then there's and that's like $300 or so, and then there's like this $400 version that has more memory.
Yeah, they did that with the Wii U.
And,
like storage, yeah.
Yeah, like more storage, and it also that includes the Portal controller, and that would be the $400 value.
Yeah,
rather
so
than
I think
$300.
there's probably going to be
probably
the base version might be $250 or $299. But there might be one that's like. That's $300 or $350 or even $400 that comes with like a pro controller and a game.
Yeah, I could see it come. I think they're coming with games no matter what. Like
Nintendo Land 2.
I think if it's
there's got to be a pack-in game. Nintendo
yeah, like honestly, I feel like they're gonna do that.
Wind Waker HD 2.
Oh my god. Okay, so
for real.
let's real quick get into the games because this is the meat right here.
Oh yeah.
So talking first party games that are pretty much confirmed. Zelda. It's got to be a launch game. Of course, it's a launch game.
It's a launch game.
Yeah.
They've been
no one's going to buy it without Breath of the Wild.
They've been delaying
available.
it for like a long time now. There's no way it's not going to be on
Mario could potentially be a launch game, but I don't know if Nintendo would want to compete with Zelda with Mario.
Yeah. What are the?
So that might be a couple months.
I'd imagine Splatoon 2.
Splatoon 2 or whatever, because I know there's a lot of speculation about in the trailers they showed what looked like Mario Kart 8 and what looked like Splatoon, but with extra features.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People are saying we could be seeing enhanced ports. Basically, like it would be like Splatoon Plus or Mario Kart 8 Plus, where you get like. I don't think it would be that bad.
That's like buying a $60 game over again.
You're right,
with just a couple of added features.
Right,
that's like buying the DLC. Like that's like. It's like buying a microtransaction for a game. Like
it's a little shady, but think about it this way: the Wii U was a flop. There are a lot of great games,
but I still paid $60 for the damn games.
Exactly. But the thing is, there are a lot of people that didn't get to play these amazing games, and now they can, and they don't have to buy a Wii U. So it's nice for Nintendo to offer this option. And if you want to buy it again, you also get like 20 new tracks or something. I don't know. It would have to be robust.
You're gonna get some new like DLC and stuff.
I would imagine like okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I would imagine that Nintendo would try and be a bit more player first than say Microsoft or Sony. So if they were going to do re-releases or next gen ports, I would imagine they wouldn't probably go for full price, or maybe they would even package them.
Yeah,
or
maybe even have a system where if you own the previous game, you can get it for a discount or whatever the price of the extra DLC
I feel like you
is.
could do something with GameStop, like trade it in with GameStop or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of GameStop things have done that in the past, where like you can trade something in like an old game and get like an upgraded version.
Yeah, let's talk about Battlefield 1 because you can trade in like pretty much any game and get 20% bonus credit.
Yeah,
I would love to see more of that. That would be awesome.
Yeah, but you can never
do something like that.
You can never put GameStop and player first in the same sentence, really.
Yeah,
well, man, I really
better, I think.
I really like GameStop, guys. Like they, like every GameStop I've been in, they've either been like spot on or just kind of like.
All right. Anyways, talking about the Switch, let's move to third party. This is gonna make and break their the more casual market that aren't necessarily big Nintendo fans. We saw NBA 2K17 or 2K16. I can't remember which one it was.
Probably
which is
17.
huge, because a lot of people play those games.
Oh yeah, they're cash grabs.
I mean, we could be seeing FIFA on this thing, and that sports game market is massive. Everybody and their mom plays FIFA, so. I think that's really important for Nintendo to have that on their system, at least just getting that out there for people that that want to move to the system that might not necessarily otherwise, like that kind of market. We saw Skyrim, of course, and we talked about From Software, which is exciting. And I would like to propose this to you guys. TT Games, who is working on the new Red Dead Redemption, is on that developers list.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys think it is possible for Rockstar to come into this, and we could maybe see Rockstar games on the Switch?
Can you imagine playing GTA 5 in public?
Hey, why not?
could potentially. I mean, of course, this is like a dream scenario,
Think about
but
the
see
children.
Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Switch eventually down the line.
I'd imagine like an HD re-release of
like a re-release of it, yeah,
Dude,
or like
Red
the
Dead.
original
Just-
Red Dead.
If Nintendo Switch starts releasing stuff like PS4 and Xbox One does, like
Yeah.
the same as they do,
I think that's what they're going for. I honestly believe
If
that's
they
what
do,
Nintendo's going for.
Nintendo will get back in it, no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, I think this thing might actually bring Nintendo back into the fold, but in a different way. Like, I saw a great quote the other day. It was on Reddit, actually. It was that Sony and Microsoft are trying to make worse PCs, and Nintendo is trying to make better consoles.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Why worse PCs?
Well,
Well, the whole thing with Microsoft nowadays, like trying to integrate like mouse and keyboard support, and like they're trying to be PCs now.
we'll have to wait till we get more details on Scorpio to see whether we can confirm this worse PC, better console thing. Because
Yeah.
what they're promising is through the roof.
Yeah,
amazing.
they're promising a lot.
I'm talking
But
4K
I
high-end
think-
PC
yeah,
games.
I
You guys
think
want to talk about promises? Let's talk about No Man's Sky.
Oh, boy, I don't want to get into that.
No,
I can't.
But
take
on
that
the,
credit.
Nintendo's about as quiet as Hello
Yeah,
Games.
but Nintendo might be getting back in the game, and they're getting back into the game in a very Nintendo way. Like,
Yeah.
this thing is gimmicky in the best way. It's a gimmick that's actually functional
that could be
instead
innovative.
of just a
Yeah.
gimmick. Like, the gamepad screen, that was pretty much a gimmick. It added a little bit to the gameplay, but the whole system, the whole gimmick is based around utility.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
take it wherever you go. You can play any game that you can play at home on the go. It's a big
Yeah.
deal.
Could
And
change
also,
also-
the Wii U gamepad, like the two best games for it, like for the gamepad period, were Zombie U because
Zombie U had great. I mean,
it had the great
But the
inventory system
consoles,
as well
though.
as all that stuff. But you try to look at it as another Zombie import to like PS4 or Xbox One, it's just awful. It's just like really bland. But with the gamepad integration, it was actually really cool,
yeah.
and I felt more
unfortunately,
immersed in
though-
it because you have to look into your backpack and be like, "Oh God, is there a zombie around me?" And you go look up at the screen and stuff like that, and then you gotta look down and you go,
Yeah,
Oh, and you
unfortunately,
die.
though, I'm afraid that that kind of asymmetrical gameplay can't really happen with this because when the thing is docked,
Yeah,
you can't see the screen. So
"Well, yeah, I
it's
know."
one screen. Dual screen gameplay
Yeah.
is gone. The DS, the days of the DS and the Wii U, that's done, my boys. So.
Do you think
Yeah.
has that been confirmed, or do you
Well, I
think
mean,
we might
all
be
the-
Well,
seeing
yeah,
this
I mean,
as
how
well?
are you
No,
else
that's
gonna-
confirmed.
Is
all the
it-
power's
you
gonna
can only
be
have
on
one
it.
screen.
Once
Yeah.
they get some more
Operational
peripherals.
at a
I
time.
like it. I like it.
Yeah,
I
I
was
think-
sad because I was like, "Dang, I wanted to play my DS games on like giant screen. That'd be amazing."
Yeah,
But also,
virtual
like-
console is a whole other thing. But I think we're actually kind of running out of time, guys.
But on,
we need to
like,
wrap
the-
it up.
But on like the third-party support games, the reason why I think they're going to be bringing a lot is the fact that the GPU, like the NVIDIA chipset, is like a custom one and it's supposed to be running about, or at least the rumors, is about 1 teraflops, which the Xbox is about 1.3, so it's not like too far behind.
Yeah, that's not
Which
bad,
is-
actually.
Which means like they could be possibly port over the game relatively easy. And also I've heard like I follow this thing for like Nintendo News, and they've been saying a lot of stuff saying like multiple different like developers have said that it's like a dream to code for. That's not like they don't have to go extremely out of their way to code for it like it was for the Wii U,
Mhm.
because you had the gamepad, and now you had this one system that's relatively close to the other systems they've been making games for.
Mm.
So hopefully we do see a lot more third-party support just because of the fact that it is somewhat close to like some of its other
Yeah.
competitors.
Dude, I think
Right.
I think third party support will just completely save Nintendo. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
I know,
that's-
I know,
they
it's,
have to
I know
have
it's
it.
not them rolling in the dough, but it's still.
I mean, they have to
All
have
right,
Boost
it.
them
guys.
up.
Any last minute predictions, Jay? Any last minute predictions?
I
For
predict
January?
either Super Mario Sunshine 2 or Super Mario Galaxy 3.
That's awesome. All right. Okay.
I'm just waiting to see what happens. I just really want to see Nintendo make a comeback because I'd
I do too.
like
Yeah.
there to be a new generation
Exactly.
of Nintendo fans like we saw with the Super Nintendo and the N64. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, I think that Nintendo's at their best when their backs are up against the wall,
Yeah.
and with the Wii U, they are
I mean-
up against the wall.
I
Yeah.
mean, remember the video
And the
game
Switch
crash in the 80s was the last time that they really
thing.
brought it in.
Yeah. All right, Kev. Predictions.
I want to see software because we haven't heard anything about like any kind of like better friending system, chat support, which the chipset definitely could support. Also, The chipset supposedly can record gameplay, so I would like to see that.
That would be huge if you could stream.
Yeah,
if you could stream from the Switch.
or at least like even just recording like pure gameplay. Period.
It'll be
is
easier to
better than
stream
what it
because
was.
there's not 2 screens.
Yeah,
Exactly,
genius.
that's gonna
Because you can
help.
literally just
Finally,
plug in
right?
an HDMI. Oh my
yeah,
god!
it's gonna be better.
All right, my prediction is we're going to see Smash on this thing, but it's not going to be a new Smash. This is going to be a port of Smash 4 with new characters,
Yeah.
which is perfectly fine by me.
I'm fine
But
with that.
it is confirmed that Sakurai is working on a new game, and I'm really excited about that because Kid Icarus Uprising was fantastic. I would love to see a sequel to that.
That was one of
or
the DS
something
games I lost.
completely different. Maybe Kirby Air Ride 2. Who knows? I love Sakurai. I want to see what else he can do other than Smash.
Last prediction: I really want to see Nintendo save local multiplayer with this console.
They already are.
They already have it.
As far as I'm
They're-
concerned, Nintendo is the last bastion of hope.
They-
for
but
local
I think
multiplayer.
I think that the way that they've put it all together, I think that they can really make it popular again.
Yeah.
Exactly.
On the
quick-
controllers.
Quick thing about that, I really hope that they don't go, oh, we could have made this game online, but instead we're going to make it local multiplayer because we really want it to be local multiplayer, like Mario World.
Well, listen,
3D
Nintendo's
World.
been slowly stepping up their online.
That made me
Um,
so angry, is that this game was so easy to make online, and they did not do it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Nintendo's stepping up their game with online, so I think we're going to see some good online with the Switch. All right, unfortunately, that's all the time we have. But thanks, guys. This has been an awesome podcast.
Our first one.
First one, hey. So yeah, I mean, keep watching HUD for more amazing.
Get sucked in.
Shut up! All right, that's it. We're out.
Cheers.